Hello, this is Sullivan Adams, and I'm just giving you my latest video on me and my two cousins, Javier here and Luis. We just got back from seeing the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, and it was crazy. We're here to give you our recap and our thoughts on what we saw. Anyway, who wants to go first?
All right, start it off, man. Start it off.
We just
You know, you the host, man.
seeing the film for the first time. I gotta admit, it was a knockout brawl, like straight up, like total savage. Especially Broly, the way he did things. He literally whooped everybody's ass. I gotta admit, my favorite part is him giving Frieza the beatdown he deserved for a freaking hour. That had me and everybody else laughing. Who else was feeling it?
Yeah, the big question is Broly stronger than Jiren?
Uh, we, we,
That's what the big question
we've been
was.
discussing this for like 20 minutes on the train ride over here.
No,
I,
no, no. We talk about Jiren and Broly now.
Broly, like he was strong enough to give like Goku and Vegeta a run for the money, and that was in blue, and without Ultra Instinct. So probably they could probably be an even match, but I don't know. Like,
Nah, I still think Jiren takes it all
yeah,
the way, man.
well,
Even though they broke reality, still.
yeah,
I think that's just like a new feature that they just added.
yeah, they did everything.
Some
You
new
see, you
shit.
saw the animation was nonstop. Way different from the other movies. That show they went all out, and they've been planning this whole thing for a year. So ever since like Super, you know.
The graphics is like better than any movie I ever seen
Yeah,
from Dragon Ball. Like it's just crazy.
yeah, like yeah. I gotta admit, it's wrong to think of Broly as like the MVP of the movie. Like look at like Infinity War and Thanos. He whooped everybody ass, and he basically won. Of course, the movie's gonna get a part two when they kind of try to fix it. But I thought this movie ever gonna get a part two to that.
At
They
the
can't
end,
top that.
Goku states that Broly is stronger than Beerus
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
that he's stronger than him. But I don't understand why would he say that he's stronger because he also have the Ultra Instinct form, which he still hasn't unlocked since the Tournament of Power. So I understand he would say that, but I don't think that he's like stronger
I think.
than Goku because once Goku get in that Ultra Instinct form, man, especially now that he's used it like and his power is greater than the Tournament of Power, I think is gonna be a crazy fight.
Javi,
I
what's
think
your pick?
I think the next step for Goku definitely is gonna have to be channeling and bringing out Ultra Instinct at will. Because as it seems right now, Goku can't even bring out Ultra Instinct. It's just like out of the blue when things get into a dire situation.
Like once of the Blue Moon stuff.
Yeah,
It's
so
total
like
random.
when Jiren, was fighting Goku, Goku kept that in mind and was actually trying to bring out Ultra Instinct on his own by letting his body move effortlessly. But at the same time, in the Broly movie, it doesn't seem like Goku was trying to do that.
Yeah, it definitely didn't seem so. Like I agree.
I felt like what Goku was trying to do was just like testing his own strength, and then like he understood that it got out of hand, and he tried to end it, but
Did
it didn't work out for him.
Yeah, it's true. Like everything he drew, Broly literally tossed back. The fact that Vegeta said it himself, he's learning as he fights. This was said so many times in the promo material, the trailers. Broly, he had latent fighting abilities. This is one of the reasons why King Vegeta was so afraid of him, that his strength would surpass even his own son. And in the end, he was right. He was right. And he started sending him away, but also out of jealousy, but also out of spite, because he didn't want someone else surpassing his own son, even though it was one of his most loyal lieutenants. Yeah,
I think overall, right, the movie of Broly, it kind of fits into the narrative of where do we have the next adventure. It sets up, I guess, a even playing field where we have like a bunch of different universes, right? We have the Jiren universe, we have the
Universe
Kaba
11.
universe, we
Universe
have
11.
we have a bunch of different things that are at play, right? We have the angels now playing a bigger part. We have other universes in the play, and it's going to be interesting how that turns out in the mix, where the new season of Super comes into play. Definitely, Broly movie does set a big picture when it comes to like the scaling from like the power that they're displaying.
Mm.
It was definitely, I think, impressive feat.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they definitely did their best to display his ability. I mean, they literally tore the land up so many times. I doubt they could fit. I doubt they could. It will be ever be back where it is. Like, it's probably
With the
so
Dragon
messed up.
Balls. With
Even with the Dragon Balls, that's gonna be hard. Like you see this, like that is just messed up. Especially the expression on Goku's face when when Broly grabbed him by the leg, just tossed him down like a rapper, like boom, boom, boom. His eyes rolled back into the side of his head. That was something, and that's not something you get to see that a lot. I mean,
Yeah, I think.
Nah, but I just think that Goku wasn't like he never fights for real. Like
yeah,
the only time I ever
yeah,
seen him like automatically go to blue is when he was fighting Goku Black and when he was fighting Hit for the second time.
yeah,
He went like automatically Super Saiyan Blue, like
because he knew for
'cause
fighting
he
these
knew
guys.
for a fact fighting those guys was gonna be a problem. So I wonder what like if he was ever to fight him again, would he do that?
He
Or
probably would, but as a sparring match, like because
Oh yeah, you're right, you're right.
right, just to test out his own limit. He probably wouldn't use blue all the way, but he probably use something like God, like how Vegeta did it, and like to the lowest level of his God power. But then as he slowly fights, he slowly raises his power to its maximum.
I think whether or not Goku and Vegeta use their full power, uh, it definitely it stands a test where in almost every battle that we ever see Goku and Vegeta in, they're always starting in base, so they're never going full power right off the bat. They're
Yeah.
always going first the base, then they go Super Saiyan, then they go maybe Ascended, maybe they go God form,
Yeah, typical
then they
Dragon
go
Ball. Yeah,
Blue. So
typical Dragon Ball formula. You start low level, then up, 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 up.
even
Typical Dragon Ball
even
formula.
though Goku saw Vegeta, starting from base and seeing the progression of Broly and Vegeta at the same time, he still decided to challenge Broly in base, even after seeing Broly power up.
Yeah, he did the best he could. Yeah, he saw how Vegeta. It's basically the same thing. Like he saw Vegeta gave it his all against Broly, and he knew that he was going to be a handful. We saw the same thing in the Tournament of Power when he first fought him, and Vegeta lost. He used his fight as a proxy. Basically, he's using that as a tool to learn. Then he
and he
adjusted.
was still fighting in base form too. I just
Yeah, he
noticed
want.
that.
Yeah,
Broly?
that's true.
No,
Goku.
in the power in the what's that thing called again?
Tournament of Power.
No, the Universal Tournament.
Tournament of Power.
No, not that one.
The universe 6 versus 7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just that tournament.
No, but yeah, like
Tournament of Destroyers.
the
That's
movie was good. The movie was good. I think it's the best Dragon Ball movie ever.
Yeah,
To be honest,
the thing is, there was
like
also
the way the fighting was, it was just amazing. Like
yeah.
ain't no other fight. Not even Goku and Jiren fight was that good.
Yeah.
Like to me, at least, it just wasn't. Like that thing was just straight action. Like
I think the thing that I like about this movie the most has to be definitely the action. Animation was, I would say, a good thing that was presented. Very a lot of good animation, a lot of good action. I think what I feel this movie lacks in is more character development or like more like talking.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
So like definitely with Broly in like it got to a point in the movie. This is like one of my main criticisms of it, where it was just like senseless action. And don't get me wrong, I like
feel
the
the
action.
same way.
I like the action.
I feel
The
the same
action
way.
wasn't bad. It was
Mhm.
pretty damn good all the way throughout. But I feel like they could have taken like a little break where they could have maybe said some words, like said a little bit of remarks, like, "Oh, you're a tough opponent," something to kind of like cut through and deliver the action in like little bits of pieces, but at the same time, delivering it.
Yeah, the same thing. Like the last two movies, they at least have some progression. They didn't get to the action till at least partway through the middle. They did the same thing, but with less progression. That means they did it a lot faster than usual. I think. especially with the lack of characters at all. I didn't get to see Roshi.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see Gohan. I didn't get to see Ichichi, Ichi,
Those guys are
Yamcha,
relevant,
and
man.
none of
I
those
didn't.
guys.
I didn't expect
Those
to
guys
see.
are relevant
Yeah,
to Broly right
yeah,
now because
yeah.
they're not gonna do nothing. They're
I
just
didn't
gonna
expect.
make him angrier. You know,
I
it's,
didn't expect to see any of those characters.
Me
I
neither.
was. I
Me
was
neither. I
thinking in
wasn't.
my head.
Me neither. They wasn't. They weren't. I wasn't exactly. They weren't in my high hopes either. But
Yeah.
I hope they would at least get a cameo or something. Like I thought they were gonna see a shot of Kame House, like Turtle Island, where Roshi lives on, and maybe a shot of Krillin and his wife, 18 and stuff. But none of that.
I was honestly. I didn't expect uh, for any of the Z Fighters to be there. I was really.
maybe that's
I was-
why it was a good movie.
I think-
because none of the Z
No, no,
Fighters were there.
I think the little thing that I was missing was it was a big debate in my mind whether Gohan was going to be in the movie.
Yeah,
And
same thing.
And the fact that it was a debate, I really didn't think Gohan, even though he was going to, if he was or wasn't, whether he was in it or not, I don't think he would have done a lot for
Yeah.
the story,
Yeah.
especially in the Broly movie.
Yeah, if I would write the story, I would have probably wouldn't. It would have probably had at least a few cameos, like seeing this nice shot of everybody around the world having, like, good to see
You know, but
Gohan and
I'm
Videl
still-
with Pan and stuff
I'm
like
still
that.
surprised that they didn't show Gohan because if Broly was that strong, then wouldn't Gohan would be able to sense him? Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like
Everybody would
my
have
dad
sensed it.
is facing
Yeah.
somebody this strong.
Everybody
Like,
would have sensed it. Even having, if I would have done it, they would have had from all
You know,
Papio. We got to see Dende on the lookout.
maybe they're
and stuff
gonna
like that.
maybe they're gonna show that like in the anime. Like,
Yeah,
they're
like
gonna show.
Yeah, like when they did the retcon of the first.
But you
two
know what
films and
happens
put it in the movie?
when they do a movie and then they make like a show about the same. They make the episode on the movie is gonna be trash. The animation
Yeah, when
is
they,
gonna be like kids drew it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be trash.
Yeah, remember when they did the thing when they rewrote the action fight where Goku fought Beerus for the first time?
Yeah.
A lot of people
No,
complained
but
and it
it
sucked. And
wasn't. Nah, that one wasn't that bad. The
Yeah.
one that was terrible
Was
was
Frieza.
Frieza. Oh,
yeah,
my
but that was terrible. Though. But they changed it in the anime. They get because they wanted to smooth it out a lot sooner. And some people actually did some rewrite because they made his face more plain looking and showed more detail for some reason. There's a clip on that I think online. Trying to look for
I
that.
think, I feel like even the cameo of Piccolo, I feel like was pretty pointless. Like the only purpose that he actually served
Was giving
to
each of them the
teaching-
fusion
was
test.
teaching Goku and Vegeta the fusion, which
Yes.
Goku already knew, and Vegeta, I guess they
They just deny.
So-
He doesn't want to do a silly dance. I mean, one of the things you got love about Vegeta is he's so serious. Like he's not gonna do anything embarrassing. Especially if it means that he would rather get killed than do something stupid.
But Vegeta has a lot of character development
Yeah,
over the years, and that's good. You know.
yeah, definitely.
it's like the same thing. When I look at Broly, I also see, in terms of character development, I see the same thing like Jiren. They're like in their own right, they're monsters, right?
Yeah, in a
They
way.
have almost immeasurable power, right? Their limits are not that they're kind of unknown, right? Even Jiren in his maximum, I'm pretty sure he could have went even further. And Broly, even though at the end there he was getting bested by Gogeta slightly, they're really like how do I say it? They're more of a losing my train of thought here. They prove the point that basically the character development needs to be, I guess, more overworked.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Jiren and Broly, they're monsters, yes. They're powerful foes for the main heroes. But at the same time, we need to know like a bit of backstory about both of them.
Yeah.
I guess more like we know Broly, I guess, in a way we know his backstory, like coming from Planet Vegeta, then getting stranded in the planet, and then having to deal with the rage of
His father.
getting abandoned, and then his father dying. Like we know that, and it's the same thing I think with Jiren. Like we know a little bit, but I think
His family
It
got
could-
killed.
I think a little bit is not enough. I think they should be expanding more upon that.
They probably will in the series. Just
Yeah.
gotta be aware. They're probably gonna do a manga because I remember they did prologues and stuff. There's probably a manga chapter out now, to more details on
You know,
Jiren's life. Like,
you know what got me thinking in this whole entire movie. Like, I'm thinking of just something else, literally completely. Like, I'm thinking about like other what other people have been saying, like the other universes, like are they alive? Like, what's their strength? You feel me? What's their what they gonna do?
he's right.
I mean,
Because
Remember,
when he wait, how much universes did Zeno destroyed?
he destroyed seven. He destroyed 7 out of the 12 universes. There's still our universe, Universe 7, and there's still the 4 universes that were excluded: Universe 1, Universe 5, Universe 8, and Universe 12.
So
Those were supposed to be
wait. So how many he blew up?
7.
Oh my God!
That mean, remember, there were once a lot more than that. There were once 18. I think he said. I think we said there were once 18, and the rest got blown up or erased or whatever.
That's what I mean.
Like,
Imagine if they were to bring those guys back.
yeah, I want to see them go to Planet Sadala, visit Kave's world, and those other Saiyans. I want to see Vegeta react, being a prince, react with the Saiyan King of Universe 6, especially with Cliffa and the other Saiyans that were involved. Like, I want to see these Saiyans, like these other Saiyans, because we never got this. Because one of the things you gotta love about Dragon Ball Super is that they change so much and they give us so many details. I mean, you can't get any bigger than what they just did, and yet people they're still trying. I want to see how far they're going to go. Like, remember the original voice actress for Goku in Japan said she's willing to see 700 episodes of Super, and I'm willing. And if she's willing to go for it, even though she's probably 60 years old, she's been doing this for a long time, playing voices of Goku, Gohan in the Japanese dub. I'm all for it if she's willing to give it another go around. You know, it'll take freaking forever.
I mean, if
Look
she's
at One Piece. They've been around for 20 years and they still got 800, 900 episodes.
I mean, if they are willing to record it, I'm willing to watch it, man.
Same
That's all-
thing.
That's
Same
all that's
thing.
left for me to say.
Same thing.
I mean,
I'm not dumb. I'm not.
Yeah.
What the hell?
like I think yeah, overall, I think this is a good the movie. It sets up a couple unknowns too. Like we don't really know what's next for Frieza, even though we know at the back of his mind, like he always wanted to have revenge on the Saiyans. We know
Yes,
that for
yes.
sure.
That is one constant we can agree on. That'd be the. And what the hell's with his wish? He and Boba. Oh my god, it was ridiculous. He wanted his wish. He wanted to grant it. In the end, he got robbed by his own.
Yep.
Oh my god, those guys were the heroes of the movie. And while Goku and Vegeta, they almost won, but they would have meant killing Broly. Even though he's not technically a villain, he's more of a victim in this sense.
I don't understand why they let Frieza go. Like,
Yeah, because they know that if
I
he
don't-
tries something again, they can whoop his ass anytime.
I don't
That's
like that,
true.
man.
I think-
like
Yeah, and Vegeta calling Goku a fool is kind of true.
they should
Look
have
at the
made.
top 10 worst things that Goku has done on Watch Mojo.
Yeah.
He's done some dumb things.
I mean, but he still has Vegeta in him, so I expect him to you know.
I mean, if you just think about from a storytelling perspective, right? You gotta expect that Frieza's gonna come back down the line as a much more important character.
Yeah, definitely. If they're gonna, I mean, look at how they did it in the Tournament of Power. They made Majin Buu sleep for months, and they brought him back at the end.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I feel like when they were setting up Boo for being in the Tournament of Power, I actually got really excited because
Yeah,
that was like
Skinny
the first,
Buu would look good.
that was like
Skinny
the
Buu.
first time that I was actually thinking like, wow, like Majin Buu could actually be, you know, a good contender in this.
Yeah, and they just ripped it out from under him. They made him into a joke.
He could heal people
Yeah,
too.
he could be like a really overpowered like character
Yeah.
that could really face because you know like that I think it was stated, I don't know if it was by Akira Toriyama, but the creator of Boo is not really known, and on top of that he I think
What you
it
mean
was-
the creator of Boo?
It was Bibbidi.
Like the art? No, I think he's talking about like the.
no Akira Toriyama he said that Akira Toriyama said himself that Bibbidi was basically he could channel, like he could bring out like Majin Buu, and Majin Buu basically at the beginning was good, but over the years, like he absorbed the evil, which made him like the evil like Kid Buu.
You sure? You
Which
sure about that? I mean, that's not what I heard, and especially not from the original series.
Nah, I think
that's wrong.
he created him evil off the rip.
Yeah.
He created him evil. There was no good in Kid Buu, nothing. He was just straight evil, an abomination to nature.
Yeah, but he couldn't control him anymore. Eventually, he locked him up.
He couldn't control him anymore. But he didn't lock him up because of that. He locked him up when he turned to Fat Buu. Because when he absorbed,
yeah, that's true. I forgot.
When he absorbed the Kaioshin,
yeah, Supreme Kais,
the Supreme Kais, he turned to something else.
Yeah, he turned to the Fat Buu, you know, because the kindness of the Supreme Kais, their good nature, affected the negative evil influence that he was. Like, because even though they made him stronger, they also weakened him proportionally to the overall evil compared to their goodness. I mean, the Supreme Kais were basically beings who were kept balanced in the universe and stuff. I mean, there's more than one Supreme Kai. I remember this way back then from the original. But then again, they kept retconning and changing so many stories. And look at the other Supreme Kais. We know there's multiple Supreme Kais, even across multiple universes. Like there's the old Kai and stuff. Supreme Kai that we know, not that we got from the Majin Buu arc. There's the Supreme Kais from the Tournament of Destroyers, the green one. There's also, I think one of my favorite Supreme Kais, and the one I like, it's got to be Goatsu, who was Zamasu's master from Universe 10. He seemed like an older, wiser, nice man, except he made a poor choice in an apprentice that murdered him. Yeah. Like, he was one I liked.
I wonder how they create, like, the apprentice. Like,
I think because they're, like, well, they're basically deities. We don't know how deities technically reproduce. I mean, look at Whis and his father, Grand Minister.
No, I think
Grand Priest.
They are created.
Yeah, they're created, I bet you. But we don't know how their methods are.
Or maybe through Xenos, who knows?
Nah, I think the angels.
I mean, because the angels reproducing, I don't think that.
I did it like multiple. I did it like come off like a piece of each other. You know how like you take a piece off and then it comes to life and like becomes its own separate thing.
Yeah, man. You know, it's a good movie.
Overall, this stuff. Overall,
be careful,
At least the movie was worth it. It was worth it. I liked it. If I were to give it a rating,
I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Talking, man.
I liked it. I liked it very much. I liked the action. It was bizarre.
I give it an 8 out of 10. What about you? Give it everything. Give it everything.
I think I signed it on 9.
Okay, 8, 9, and 10. So that gives it an overall score of 27 from all three of us. So that's our overall rating.
The thing that I think, again, I gotta reiterate is the action, spot on, perfect, good. Animation, perfect, good. But I just wish there was a little bit more talking. Even though not overdoing it, but at least like a little bit here and there.
Yeah, with a movie nearly 2 hours long, you should think they're gonna fill the spaces. I mean, the last movies were technically the same thing. I think this one was longer.
But they was talking though.
Yeah,
Goku turned God, and he was just like, "Yo, listen,
yeah,
you don't gotta fight no more. Like, what else do you want? Like,
I feel like it was the talking.
You want him to like talk on a rampage? Like when you're fighting outside, or when you're fighting, there is no talking.
Yeah.
There is no, yo, you're a good opponent. Da da da. You going straight into action.
What's the point of fighting?
Straight into rage.
What's the point of?
And that's what I love about Broly. His rage. His rage is just on par.
Yeah, they at least kept that from the original character, and they changed the story as a character who solely. Like, at least they gave him motivation. Like, for example, the only reason why he hated Goku in the original was because they were next to each other as kids, and Goku's crying just pissed him off.
Yeah, that was like a weekend.
Yeah, that was weak. Okay. Yeah. Okay, our score is 27. We all gave it a thumbs up, and an overall solid 8. Give it a A minus. A minus at least. An A, in our opinion. Anyway, that's all we got to say. And this is Sullivan Adams with my two favorite cousins, Luis and Javier. And everybody, they will let you know next time. And be sure to subscribe, turn on the notifications bell if you want more content, more details. I'm always here, giving you more videos, more discussions. And if you want more videos like this, just let me down below if you want more ideas. Anyway, Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for subscribe. And I just want to say, Jiren can kick ass, and Super Saiyan Black sucks, and Super Saiyan and Rose sucks. That's what I meant. Yeah. Superman Rose can't kick Jiren's ass. We can all agree. He's not at the level. I don't care how you say it. On that damn ride over, Jiren can whoop his ass. He can kick Goku Black's
I'm not
ass.
saying that. I'm saying that he has the potential to.
Hey, he still no.
I still don't think he got.
Yeah, thumbs down. Who?
He
Anybody?
just don't, bro. He just don't compete.
Okay,
with the-
okay,
with the
okay.
goal.
All vote in favor of that. Say aye. All vote say it sucks. Say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All vote say don't. Say nay.
I mean, I just think it is.
The ayes have it. We out. Goodbye.